First off, it's Charles J. That just in case you ain't heard of me, they told me it was too late. But I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way, this ain't Burger King. Everybody said it won't be till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have turkey than me.
What it do, what it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, gotta talk about it. David Morel is just relentless. At this point, bro, I've never seen nobody do this to David Benividez. There's a lot of hesitation. I'm hearing Jose Benividez Sr. say that David Morel needs to fight Caleb Plant to prove himself. I'm just saying, bro, when you talk that monster shit, I just want to break it down, bro. The man called you a bitch several times. He has no respect for you. He's relentless, and there's no aggression back. But when they asked Jamal Cholo, what you think about David Benividez, he said something like, I'll knock his ass out or something. You was all at Earl Spence fights trying to fight Jamal. You was all in the stands trying to fight. But the energy is not the same for David Morel. He's called you out so many times, bro. You are the only name he talking about. And you know another thing about David Morel? David Morel ain't trying to bring nobody up to 168. That's another thing I got to point out. He ain't calling out no small fighters. David Morel wants you. I'll tell you, bro, this is some shit I've seen before. I've seen this in several times. I told you, I'm going to give you a quick story. Nah, it was my 7th grade year. 8th grade? Nah, it had to be my 8th grade year. Yeah, because, okay, check this out. I grew up in a Crip neighborhood, but I became a Blood in the 13, somewhere around there. Anyway, no bragging rights, but I'm just showing you a little something. At 13, I was getting touched up a little bit. But by the time I was 14, I done had so many fights. And when I realized that my left hand is very lethal, see, I didn't know my power. When I realized, I had knocked out a Mexican. He was about 20-something. But that was the first time I realized, and my partner was like, damn, bro, you knocked his ass out. After that, bro, and I used to go for the eye or the nose. I went for the eye a lot. You know, I was the eye snatcher before her. But the point I'm making is, by the time I'm 14, I'm whooping ass now. So, anyway, I'm at alternative school. And when they send me back to the junior high, because I get out of the alternative school and shit like that, I end up going right back within probably a month or two. But when I went back to the regular schools, it's a lot of people that didn't know that I was a Blood, or they were just finding out. But I was from the west side or whatever, and that's where it was mostly Crips. But I went against the grain because Crips was doing all the jumping, and yeah, they was bullies. And I've always been, I can't stand a bully, just never could. So I went against the grain and went with the Blood. But the point is, fast forward, when I went back to the junior high, a lot of dudes didn't like me. A lot of dudes that grew up with me, you a slob and all that. A lot of people didn't like that. But the point, let me fast forward, I was confident at that time that, man, motherfuckers ain't finna whoop me, though. So I remember my partner telling me, bro, you got more enemies than anybody I know. That fool said, you got more enemies. He said, bro, a lot of people just from my neighborhood, they didn't like me because of that. They thought I was going to be a Crip or whatever. But the point is, I was like, man, I don't give a fuck about that shit. They don't got to like me, but they can't whoop me. Motherfucker can't whoop me. And I ain't scared to fight nobody around this bitch. Man, one of my partners, he wasn't my partner, but we was always cool. Goddamn, Darnell. And that motherfucker he was big, bro. He was big. He was much bigger than me. That motherfucker was big as shit. But the point is, that fool said, out the blue, I'll fight you. And I'm kind of shocked because we was cool. We ain't never had no problems. And he didn't even bang. I said, what's up? So we square up. First time I caught him, split him. And he just started, it was crazy. It was a funny story because he started panicking. He looked at me, am I bleeding? Oh, shit. And he kept trying to pump himself up to continue to fight, but he just didn't want to fight no more. The blood made him panic. But he was much bigger than me. But the point I'm saying is, the moral to the story is, listen, bro, you think you bad, bro, but it's always somebody bigger than you that's waiting on you. And he was waiting on me. He just was surprised. Like I said, the first punch I hit him with, I split him, and the fight was over. But he was bigger than me. He was intimidating. I could have folded to that shit. He was much bigger than me. He was a big motherfucker to be in. That motherfucker was big. And like I said, we was cool. I thought he was damn near my partner, so it shocked me that he called me out. You just never know, bro. So what I'm saying is, David Benavidez has been called the monster. Mike Tyson, Baby Mouth Mike, named him that shit. And ever since then, you've embraced it. Jim Gray called you that when he announced you. Everybody calls you the monster, bro, but I just don't see a monster. I see some cap, bro. I think David Morel is the real monster. I think he's the real boogeyman at 168. I know everybody, see, because we don't want to talk about our boogeymen. Yeah, I think Matias is damn near a boogeyman at 140. Yeah, he's like a boogeyman, bro. He's a scary fighter. I still got Devin beating him, though. I think Devin is the best fighter at 140. I think Devin is Devin's just different, bro. I don't think nobody gonna beat him. At this point, I damn near don't think nobody gonna beat him. But I'm gonna get back to that. But David Morel is a real monster. He's the monster of 168, and fans won't acknowledge that shit. Like I said, we acknowledged Matias the monster at 140. They called Tim Tszyu the monster at 154. But David Morel is the dog, the monster at 168. He's the real monster, bro. And I'm just noticing that fans, you motherfuckers got wax in your ears. Either that or you got cataracts in your eyes or some shit. We see no evil, we hear no evil, and we speak no evil when it comes to certain fighters. We hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil when it comes to certain fighters. In my opinion, bro, and I think it's very plain to see, David Morel is punking the shit out of David Benavidez, and there ain't no buzz around it. It ain't no demand. But everybody used to say, Jamal, you scared of David Benavidez? You gotta fight him. You gotta fight him. It's just too many monkey balls. That's why I took off yesterday. I had to clear my head. At times, bro, it's so many times I damn don't want to, man, fuck these bitch ass. You motherfuckers are pussy to me. I think boxing fans and we just weird. It's just weird energy. It's just so weird to me. Devin Haney was never too big for Tank until he beat the dog shit out of Rigas and dropped him and stumbled him all over. When they seen that power, bro, that's what I really think it is. I think more so than the skills. I think it's the fact that Tank team feel like now. I don't think Tank can walk through him, especially now at 140. Nah, Tank just can't walk through that shit. I think before they thought they could walk through that shit, because everybody call him pillow fist. Anyway, I'm telling you, bro, at this point, I'm damn near, I don't want to really make no more videos about Devin Haney versus Tank, bro. I'm done with that shit. That fight will never happen. It'll never happen. That is over with. Maybe 5 years down the line or some shit like that. I don't see it happening. It won't happen. That fight will never happen. Leonard Ellerby has come out and he's tweeting some shit. I guess he responded to Devin Haney's numbers, which was between 150,000 to 250,000, which is damn near what Tank was selling. Besides the little Ryan fight that they hyped up and put all the promotion behind, Tank was selling 250, 300. So it's not far off. I think those pretty decent numbers. And how many other fighters are on pay-per-view that Tank is fighting? How many fighters? Tank has never fought a fighter that ever been on pay-per-view. He's never had an opponent that's ever been on pay-per-view. What the fuck are we talking? But Devin don't have a big enough draw for him, and Devin done had 2 back-to-back pay-per-views, but you've never fought an opponent that has ever been on pay-per-view. What are we talking? It's just weird. Leonard Ellerby, I guess he's using this 150 to 250,000 saying, see, I told you it just don't sell. Who's bigger, bro? Who can Tank fight that's bigger than Devin Haney? Who has a bigger profile? Who? And don't try that TL shit. He fighting in front of 3,000 people, bro. Don't try that shit. Who can Tank fight that's bigger than Devin? And that's why I say it ain't about the money. Because if it was about making money, Tank could make 40 at least 40 mil against Devin. He could make another 40. He's trying to break the bank. That's a break the bank fight. And it's just crazy to me that fans can't unite on this fight. Fans can't all just say, man, come on, bro, Tank. If we can demand Canelo that he must fight David Benavidez, but fans can't say, man, Tank, bro. It's that time, bro. You got to give Devin a shot, bro. I ain't even gonna say you gotta give Devin a shot. Y'all need to fight each other, cause yeah, you the A side, but it ain't no level like you giving him a shot. Y'all would give each other a shot at greatness. And I just noticed that it's no fight for that. It's no demand. Devin is too big for Tank, but David Benavidez ain't too big for Canelo. That's the biggest double standard in boxing. That's the greatest example I could ever make. That's the greatest fucking example I could ever make. Devin is too big for Tank, but David Benavidez ain't too big for Canelo. Canelo started his career at 147. He ain't too big for him. We can demand that shit. So, like I said, Leonard Ellaby, he can bring his red bell pepper stuffed nose. He can do that shit, but it's just wild, bro. It is so wild. This is why black people will never have nothing. No time soon. Maybe in the next generation, or I see you next lifetime. No hard feelings. Anyway, it'll be years before we'll ever get some shit that we own. Just some shit, remember that perm? Just for me. It'll be a long time for black folks to ever have some shit that just ours. We thought hip hop would have been it, but the Jews got that now. It ain't really nothing. The Negro leagues are gone. We ain't got shit. Just a barbershop and a car wash here. Now, that's all a brother known for owning is a fucking car wash. Yeah, and a barbershop or some shit. I'm tell you, bro, 90, I'm gonna leave that alone. I ain't gonna get into that. But, I'm just gonna say, bro, I don't know, but it ain't just black. I ain't gonna get into all that. I ain't gonna get into all that street shit and the street money and all that stuff. But, no, bro, it is amazing to me how fans, we love boxing so much, but we really don't want to see that fight. We want to, but we ain't demanding it. And people, and like I said, I still want somebody to come on these motherfucking comments and convince me that David Benavidez versus Canelo is a better fight than Tank versus Dev. And it ain't bigger than Tank versus Devin. It ain't a better fight, and it ain't bigger. And it ain't more skill. Tank versus Devin is more skill. It's a bigger fight. It's a better fight. They young and both in their prime. Neither have ever lost. It is way more of a better fight. But it's crazy how it don't get the demand that David Benavidez gets to fight Canelo. It don't get the demand. And when Shakur was calling out Devin, oh no, Devin, don't worry about Tank, Shakur on your neck. And this is how I feel about David Benavidez. No, don't worry about Canelo, bro. David Morel is on your fucking neck. This is the double standard. Let me get off this shit, man. Let me quit talking about it. I just want to quit. It's going to get frustrating. It's going to get more and more frustrating because fans are just so fake. And we just ain't shit. And whenever, like I said, whenever it's two black fighters, shit just ain't going to work out, bro. I'm finna quit promoting that black on black fight shit. Regis and Devin was a success. Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford was a success. But at this point, bro, we just ain't gonna we not gonna get Tank versus Devin. And at this point, I don't even think Tank versus Shakur will happen. I don't think Devin and Shakur will happen. I don't think none of them three. Out of them three, bro, they ain't gonna fight each other. It'll never happen. Devin versus Tank will never happen. I am completely convinced. It ain't on me neither talking about it no more. I'm not finna do it, bro, because it's just finna be some more shit. I'm telling you, bro, after that Loma fight, I never heard nobody say Devin was too big. Even going up to 140 before the fight, through the build-up, they never said he was too big. I never heard nobody say he's too strong. Tank would be at a disadvantage. No, they were saying really Devin ducking Tank and he don't want no smoke with him. But after that spectacular performance, bro, energy has changed. Now Devin too big. Ain't nobody ever said that shit. I talk a lot of shit, but one thing I will say about Shakur, I'm way more confident that he'll fight Devin before Tank will. Not saying Tank is scared of Devin, but it's different. It's different. Shakur really ain't born that shit though. I think Shakur got more. I think he got more heart than Tank. It's just my opinion. I think Shakur, even though he do ignorant shit and he do fake ass shit, Shakur will fight anybody. I'm not convinced that Tank will fight anybody. I'm just not convinced. Not convinced at all. I believe Shakur will fight anybody. So it is what it is. I'm telling you, bro, this Devin and Tank shit is a catastrophe to boxing and boxing fans willing to just You motherfuckers just some gang banging motherfuckers. I swear I never respect you. I never respect nothing that black people are involved in. I'm telling you, bro, I never got a grudge with black fans. I just say, cause it's some black shit. I'm just saying, bro, Devin versus Tank that shit is a black affair. That shit is a black attraction. That is an all black party. That shit is the shit. It's like people act like it ain't the shit. It's just weird. But I'm through with that, bro. I will never make another video about Devin versus Tank unless the fight happened or unless some breaking news. It'll have to be breaking. I don't ever want to talk about it again. Fans, as a whole, only Devin Haney fans are calling for the fight. Those are the only fans. We didn't collectively come together like we came together for David Benividez and Canelo. We didn't collectively come together and say, bro, Devin versus Tank, that shit is man, that shit is exciting. We couldn't do it. So fuck you motherfuckers, and I'm through talking about it. Since you motherfuckers abandoned the fight and we want to come up with all kind of stipulations all of a sudden, I'm done, bro. I'm done, bro. All these Mexicans he fight, it don't be no stipulations. Ryan was the first stipulation. Other than that, bro, I'm done with that shit. I'm telling you, I'm not making no more videos about that shit. I will make videos about Devin Haney. I will make videos about Tank, but it won't be about them fighting each other. You motherfuckers have rejected that. You made it very clear that fans are not coming together for that. So, bro, the fact that people are saying Devin need to beat Boots and fight Boots or some shit and then fight Tank, he can prove some shit then, that is crazy to me. Like I said, the energy ain't the same. Ain't nobody saying, David Benividez, you need to go beat Bivol. Beat the dude that beat Canelo, and then you get the Canelo. Be better, clean that shit out, and then get the Canelo. Ain't nobody, bro, he beat Caleb Plant, and that shit was enough for fans to go crazy and say, Canelo gotta fight him now. Motherfuckers are just fake. These motherfuckers are just, I swear to God. And I just want to say some shit because I realize I've come to an understanding. Demetrius Andrade, I know why you lost. I know exactly why you lost, and I want to break this shit down. For one, way too big, way too strong. Nothing you could do. That's off the rip. Skills or no skill, he was far too big, far too strong for you. But also, Demetrius Andrade never got better as a fighter. I'm just going to say, bro, sometimes you can just stay just on the same level your entire career. This is why it's important to fight tough competition. This is why it was important for Andrade to get that Jamel Charlo fight early in his career. It was important for him. He should have already fought both of the Charlos by now. When you don't get those fights to take you to the next level, bro, you won't get better. You won't get better. This is what I'm saying. David Morel, early in his career, he trying to get better. He trying to fight the David Benavidez. He trying to get the Canelo fight early. He trying to fight these fights. So what I'm saying is Andrade was denied for years, and he's been inactive his entire career. He's been inactive his entire career. 35, just aged out. Never fought the top competition, and it harmed you in the end, bro, because you wasn't. Eventually, bro, you'll lose your sauce. No matter how talented. If Boots don't get certain fights, bro, he ain't gonna. All that talent will go to waste. You gotta fight up. You gotta up your competition, bro. You gotta have certain fights to become a better fighter. That's why the Keith Thurman fight is very important for Boots. That dude got a lot of experience, bro. Those kind of fights. I'm telling you, bro, I damn near made a video. I've really been thinking about it. I might do it. I think it would be dope as fuck if Sean Porter came out of retirement and fought Boots. Stylistically, when you look at, I'm just saying, you know, it ain't too uncommon, bro. It's been done throughout the history. It's just been black fighters doing it for non-black fighters. Yeah, like Joe Louis when he came out of retirement at 36, he was 38, one of them, and fought a 24-year-old Rocky Marciano, and got knocked the fuck out, and that's what made Rocky Marciano considered the greatest ever or some shit. No, it was him knocking out Rocky Marciano. It wasn't Ezzard Charles and them. It wasn't what's my other man with the good footwork? Jersey Joe Walcott. That motherfucker had good footwork. It wasn't him knocking out him. It was when Rocky Marciano knocked out Joe Louis. And Joe Louis came out of retirement and gave a young Rocky Marciano a shot. So that's his claim to fame, was knocking out a 38-year-old Joe Louis. What I'm saying is, bro, I think it would be dope as fuck if Shawn Porter came out of retirement and tested Boots. And I don't think it's too far-fetched. I'm going to tell you some real shit, bro. Bud's toughest fight ever. Gamboa was tough, but Shawn Porter was tougher. I was nervous in that fight. Shawn Porter got up for that fight. The first 6 rounds, bro, Shawn Porter gave Terrence Crawford hell. And Terrence Crawford is extremely talented. Earl made it a tough fight, though, but it still would have been a tough fight regardless. But Shawn Porter gave Terrence Crawford hell. There's people who had him down on the scorecards. Terrence Crawford had a tough fight with Shawn Porter. Just telling you, bro, Shawn Porter's conditioning and he ain't been retired long. That would be a dope-ass fight. That would be a dope-ass passing of the torch. And it ain't far-fetched to say Shawn Porter couldn't win that fight. That's a fight where we'll find out who Boots really is. Boy, when a motherfucker fast feet, aggressive, coming at you like that. But I think Jerron is a clipper. That's how good I think. I think he'll stop Shawn Porter late rounds, probably 11 round or something like that. 11, between 10, 11, and the 12. He'll stop Shawn Porter. It won't be early, though. It won't be early, and he will be tested. And it'll make him a better fighter. These are fights we need. At this point, it's a struggle for young black fighters to get fights with veteran black fighters and shit like that. It's just a struggle, bro. And so, this shit was supposed to be about David Morel. Listen, David Morel is special to me. I mean it. David Morel is special. Special. That motherfucker different. He's a southpaw. He's 6'2". He big. One punch knockout artist. These things we don't talk about. Everybody act like one punch knockout artist. Both hands. With either hand, he can stop you. David Morel has great footwork. David Morel is extremely athletic to be so big. Extremely athletic. And he's technically sound. He can fucking box. Got great fundamentals. David Morel is special. He's not just good. That motherfucker's special. David Morel is special, bro. I'm just telling you, it ain't nothing. Bro, you motherfuckers gonna make me say some wild shit. Low key, bro, the only fighter that's really more impressive than David Morel is Jerron Boots Ennis. The only fighter that's more impressive than David Morel is Jerron Boots Ennis. David Morel is special. He's already on my pound for pound list. I got him probably 7 or something like that. At times, bro, I damn don't want to put him top 5. David Morel is special. Ain't many fighters you can mention, bro, that possess what David Morel possessed, bro. It ain't just that he's athletic. It ain't just that he's awkward. It ain't just that he can actually box. He got a good jab. He got good feet work, good fundamentals. It's not just that. He big and he will knock you the fuck out with one punch. That's what makes him so dangerous, bro. He's like the perfect boxer puncher. David Morel is special. David Morel is special. And I'm just saying that, and it's crazy. It just, we pick our picks. We pick our picks, bro. We pick who we pick. And I'm gonna tell you motherfuckers, another thing who think it's just too early and he only got 9 fights. Outside of beating Caleb Plant, because I'm not finna count Andre. I'm not finna count that shit. You motherfuckers said Rigas was 34. Andre was 35. So since we count age all of a sudden, I'm gonna count Andre's age, and he was a 54 pounder. So we're not gonna even count that. Your claim to fame is beating Caleb Plant, who was already knocked out by Canelo. Outside of beating Caleb Plant, bro, your resume is the same as David Morel. It's identical. They have identical. The only difference is David Benividez has fought 54 pounders his entire career. Kyron Davis, David Lemieux. Those just to name a few, bro. They have the same resume. David Morel and David Benividez have the same resume. Just got a Caleb Plant win after Canelo knocked them out. So y'all really got the same resume, bro. Another thing I want to talk about, like I said, I just think it's funny. I just think it's weird. I guess 150 to 250,000 pay-per-views is what Devin and Rigas did, and it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough to interest a Tank fight. But David Benavidez and Andre did 65,000 pay-per-view buys, and it ain't deterred fans from still wanting the Canelo fight. I just want to know, what's the difference? Devin did more numbers, twice the amount of numbers that David Benavidez and Andre did, but we don't demand the Tank fight. But Benividez does 65,000 pay-per-view buys, and nobody's saying, nah, bro, you can't get that Canelo fight with them kind of numbers. Oh, nah, you're going to have to take 10%. You're going to have to take whatever Canelo give you. Bro, you got to pay what you weigh. What? The double standard is fraud, bro. I swear to God. I'm at this point, bro, this shit, it just puts such a bitter taste in when you're a real boxing fan. When you're a real boxing fan, bro, it just leaves a bitter taste, bro. It's very bitter, bro, the way boxing fans are so pussy and so fake. Especially black fans. We just ain't shit, bro. We never demand 2 black fighters without it being some mess. Without one of them being scary. Without it being some fraud shit. Without it being some... It just ain't never respectful. Because black men don't respect black men. I ain't even gonna call us men. We just some boys trying to learn some shit. Black people just don't respect each other, bro. And we ain't gonna never respect 2 black fighters fighting each other. We just ain't gonna do it. Also, shout out to David Morel. I consider him an Afro-Latino. He has embraced our culture. We've embraced him. Yeah, he's an Afro-Latino. We tried that shit with David Benavidez, but he started claiming Mexican on us. Before that, bro, he used to wear both of the flags, the Ecuadorian flag and the Mexican flag. But he's crossed all the way over to Mexican, and now he just want to be a Mexican. Nah. I told you, bro, black fans really wanted David Benavidez to claim us, bro. We wanted that shit so bad. You motherfuckers still want it, bro. You want it so bad for David Benavidez to cross on over with us. But now he's embraced his Mexican people, and shout out to that. But David Morel on your neck. And David Morel said, if David Benavidez go to 175, I'm coming up there too. You got somebody that's really on your neck. It's a lot of pressure, and you and your father, every time they ask you about Morel, bro, you start scratching the back of your head, bro. You start scratching the back of your shit, bro. So this is 903 Boxing. I am your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.